Get ready to change the world, one blockchain at a time, with George Levy, your single source of truth for blockchain, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency.
Hey, blockchain visionaries, I'm George Levy. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the fact that one Bitcoin is worth over $20,000. Talk about a ride. If you've been with me, you've been following me. I've been actually talking about the price of Bitcoin, which has been on a tear recently. Now, we've also been through a lot of dips. We've been through some very, very interesting times. And through it all, my goal is always HODL. Hold on for dear life. So let's go back to some of the key aspects during the time that we've done this whole ride together as we've gotten to $20,000. So taking you directly to coinmarketcap.com, what we see is that the current price of Bitcoin is one Bitcoin is over $20,723. That's the price of Bitcoin right now as listed on coinmarketcap.com. CoinMarketCap actually keeps an average of many top cryptocurrency exchanges. You see, you don't just have one price for Bitcoin. What you have is the price of Bitcoin across multiple cryptocurrency exchanges. Sometimes it's cheaper someplace, sometimes it's more expensive in other places. So there's an average of all of those prices, and that is what CoinMarketCap is actually listing right now when we're looking at $20,725. So it's actually still climbing. Now let me take you back a little bit to a moment in time before. I actually published this article in Blockchain Informer back in March 2017. At the time, I was all excited because the price of Bitcoin has finally overcome the price of an ounce of gold. Now that was a big deal because back then an ounce of gold was actually, it was $1,239. So the price of Bitcoin had actually crossed over that price point, and this was a big historic moment for all us Bitcoiners around the world because 1 ounce of gold was worth less than a Bitcoin. Now we got Bitcoin worth over $20,000 and gold is still down there. I don't even know where the price is today, but it's certainly not much more than the price point that they were back then for 2017. There's been a rise, but nothing even close to what's happened with Bitcoin. Now, here's what's interesting. If you go even further behind that, I actually published a video in January 2017. At the time, I was talking about Bitcoin, and at the time, one Bitcoin was only $900. You see, historically, I've been around in Bitcoin, and I was way down there below the $1,000. Actually go way before this 2017 video, but I published that video in 2017 and I put out the price, and at that time, that video, it was $900. But here's what's fascinating about it. If you really look at what the big banks are saying, because one of the main reasons why the price of Bitcoin has been going so high is that there's a lot more money coming into Bitcoin. That is, there's a lot more different investors that are getting into the world of Bitcoin and buying whatever few Bitcoins there are. Remember, Bitcoin has a limited supply, and if you buy more Bitcoins, that means that there's less Bitcoins to sell. Therefore, each Bitcoin rises in price because not as many people are willing to sell their Bitcoin. So, in fact, when we look at Citibank analysts estimate that Bitcoin could pass $300,000 by December 2021. Now, that's a pretty aggressive price range. But then again, who's to say it's not going to make it there? If we really think we were at one Bitcoin at less than $1,000 in 2017, and now we're about 20 times more than that price point, what we're really seeing is that if we get a 20x and we start actually multiplying at that kind of range and growth, who's to say that we can't hit the $300,000 range by December 2021, especially when institutional investors are getting in? It's a very exciting time to be involved in Bitcoin. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're going to hit 300,000 by December 2021? What are your thoughts? Should we be hodling? I personally love the idea of buying in a dip. I don't know if we're going to have any further dips, but who knows? Anyway, as we go forward, remember always, I bring you brand new videos every single week on this same channel. And as I always say to you, we're changing the world one blockchain at a time. I'll see you next time. I'm George Levy. Thank you for watching.